Now, we've got a few legal problems and questions that we're going to talk about today. Of course, we're talking about a lot of injuries.
Right.
If you've been injured in a wreck, how do you handle it with the insurance company? The right decisions to make, not just quick and easy ones, because a lot of people think, oh, I can do this on my own, get the money myself, but it's not that easy.
No,
I think all of us have experienced that.
No, it's not that easy. You know, there's two big myths out there. Number one, you know, people think, okay, I can just do this on my own. And a lot of times, maybe you can. If you're involved in a fender bender and you sprained your ankle and you went to the, you know, urgent care one time, and the insurance company offers to give you a little money and fix your car, well, then do it. And you know, we tell more people at my firm a week that they don't need a lawyer than ones that we tell them that they do need a lawyer. Now, I spoke to one today, and I said, absolutely, 100%, you need a lawyer because it's a horrible injury. The facts are very complicated as to how the accident occurred, and you can't go into that on your own. So whatever you do not, especially if it's a serious injury, do not, under any circumstances, give a statement to the other side. I've got a very serious injury right now. It just came in a couple of weeks ago. The adjuster sent me, she sent me an email today saying, we're still investigating everything, but we want to take a recorded statement of your client just to find out her version of everything before we try to resolve this case. Well, no, heck no, because they're on a fishing expedition. Number one, these adjusters, they probably have 200 files sitting on their desk. They're trained professionals at this. Do not give a statement to anybody that you don't have to. I mean, obviously, you have to speak to the police officers at the scene, but you have absolutely no obligation to talk to the other insurance company. You do have an obligation to talk to your own insurance company, but you can have your lawyer present for that. So when in doubt, especially if it's a bad injury, speak to a lawyer first before, and don't think you can do it on your own. If it's a serious accident, because you can't. And it's not because I'm smarter than you are. It's because this is what I do, and you're going to wind up with a lot more in your pocket even after paying a lawyer. The other myth is you see all these commercials, you know, all these good-looking actors and actresses jumping up and down, and so-and-so got me $1.5 million, and you know, one call, that's all, and you know, in a wreck, get a check. That's a bunch of BS, okay? It's not that easy. They want you to believe it's easy because they want their phones to ring. But do not think that this is something that, number one, they make it look like it's a good thing to have been involved in a bad accident. And I laugh every time I see the one where it's like a good-looking actress saying, so-and-so got me $1.5 million. No, he did not, because number one, if you look on the bottom, it says actor portrayal. Number two, I'm sure he got somebody $1.5 million. We all have, but that person is probably either dead, blind, or paralyzed. You don't want, people always ask me, I want as much money, I always tell them, let's hope your case isn't worth a lot of money, because if it is, it means you're sure enough messed up for life, and you don't want that. You want a fair settlement, but you don't want, you don't want a catastrophic injury, because it's going to be something that's going to be with you forever.
And that's something to really think about. And also, a lot of people didn't know, I didn't know myself, that do not talk to the other insurance companies. So that's some great advice for us.
Yeah, and they'll tell you, a lot of times. You think
you're obligated to.
Yeah, and they'll say, hey, we're so sorry you were involved in this accident, and we want to get this resolved as quickly as we can, but we need to take a statement. Yeah, they want to get it resolved as quickly as they can, because they want to hear something from you that's going to either A, completely negate your claim, or B, make it worth as little as possible, because they're not only going to ask you about the accident, about your injury from the accident, but about your past. Have you ever had back trouble before? Have you ever had this? Have you ever had that? And because they're going to try to mesh it all together and say, oh, you were damaged goods to begin with. And that's just not the case in most of these situations.
All right.